Hey, what's up? I'm here with my apparent cousin, or you're my cousin's cousin. So, like, what does that make us?
I don't know.
Anyway, this is Mike.
Yeah,
What's your last name?
Demora.
Mike Demora, of course,
Yeah.
yeah, because you're Ben's brother. And this is your setup, or at least one of your setups.
Yeah.
What are
Well,
we
this
looking
is
at?
kind of like the smaller end of the Eurac setup that I have, and yeah, this is just like a 60s style sequencer.
So, start from the beginning on this. I know you started to explain, but what is this again?
Um, so this is like yeah, kind of an ad hoc app where this is controlling my code over Wi-Fi. And so, like, each of the rows are just in lists and shit like that. And then it just reads through based off the clock to play different, pitches that I set here. And so, yeah, you can, like, vary the rhythm with a whole separate row and have it kind of, like, shift over the time that it's, like, running through. And, yeah, it's pretty weird.
So, obviously, that's Ableton plus this code. What is the code app again? Max MSP?
Yeah, Max MSP. Yeah, so just Ableton, I just have like one channel running from here, and
And what's the app called?
uh, it's
I think
just
you made it, but you made it inside of
inside of Lemur.
Lemur.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyways, it's like you kind of just start with like a blank slate, and they give you different objects that you can add. So, like this is, uh, I think one object that has like different buttons that you can interact with, and then these are knobs and whatever else.
This is really interesting. Like, I have the Pioneer DJS 1000, which is a sequencer, sampler, and drum machine in one. But I'm looking at this and I'm like, I'm guessing that you can pretty much do everything I do in that on your iPad and save $1,300.
I mean, maybe, yeah, if you spend enough time. Like, like that's the thing about Max is that like, yeah, you can really imitate a lot of that stuff. Just like latency and whatever else can be a factor if you're doing like live audio and shit.
Right.
But
Speaking of
yeah.
latency, what's going on with your actual hardware?
uh,
What do you have here?
it's I don't know, just a bunch of different shit. It's kind of like between an ARP and a Buchla setup.
So this is a Dave Smith
So,
modular.
well, no. These are
Oh,
all
these are
separate.
individual things that you rack mounted in there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so
Cool.
like this one I've had for a while, but a lot of these other ones are new to me at least. And so like this is the filter that it's running through, and then these are oscillators, and yeah, it's weird shit.
And then this is a sequencer back here.
Yeah, well, right now it's just running as a MIDI to CV converter. So it's just like taking these pitches and rhythms and stuff and like spitting them out as gates and pitches. So if I unplug this, you just have a static drone. Or not a drone, but like, a static pitch. And yeah, anyways, I don't know, it's kind of
So you're ready to show this stuff off?
very, very atonal type development process for this, at least where it's at right now.
This is super rad.
Pretty weird.
All right, before I let you off the hook, would you be down to like perform a little bit on this?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of...
No expectations. I mean, like, we're not expecting anything. When I say we, I mean me, because I'm actually going to rewatch this later. I'll post this on YouTube, but I'm also going to rewatch it because half of what you're saying makes sense and half of it sounds like science that I haven't learned in school yet. So
it's pretty weird shit. I mean, it's pretty hard to like explain even to people who have like studied it for a while, just because there's like code and then there's like this and whatever else.
Yeah, it's
in
not one
between.
subject.
Yeah, exactly.
Amalgamation.
It's
wizardry is what it really is.
It kind of, it comes down to like, a lot more varied obsessions.
All right, so let's just pretend for a second that you're like at a TED Talk and you finish your TED portion and now you're supposed to do an improv live set. So just go for it.
All right.
It's a funky sound. Mwah.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to get it to like not clip.
I love
the
it.
Setup.
I like that. I mean, sometimes clipping's cool.
Yeah, no, it's a little odd. I don't really have like a dedicated output on here, so I'm just like running it into this, which I can also filter it and do weird shit.
We are tuning into the galactic frequencies now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes.
That's pretty much it.
That is dope, man.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, this was kind of my first project I started in California after like that. Yeah, after really after we first met, and yeah, I just kind of kept at it.
So
and,
I'm partly responsible. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, something along those lines. No. But yeah, I had like the ideas in mind, and I just kind of worked on designing the controllers, and a lot of like the actual like code and the other like concepts just kind of like flowed from there. But
It's really
yeah,
freaking rad.
I've done a little like one mini performance with this, but I haven't really. I just kind of use this stuff mostly for like sound design and just kind of having like textures behind more coherent music ideas.
All right, one last question. In case somebody finds this video on the internets and they wanted to like reach out, do you have like a social media handle or something they could check you out on, or a place to listen to your music, or what?
I mean, not really at the moment. It's just kind of in progress, but maybe at some point. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of tossing around names and ideas and stuff there. But
So there you have it, folks. Comment on the video if you want to shout them out.
yeah.
That's awesome. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
Yes.